bad bitches in here. No.
What it do? You know how they have different taglines on be good to you, be good to your mind. Oh, at the well, that's what for at the end.
That's a good tattoo.
We need one
too. The fuck.
We need a beginning one.
Oh, that sounds so good. I'm not gonna F in mine.
But we should definitely
Wait, what was it again? Be good to you, be good to your mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be kind to your mind at all times.
Kinda at all times. Kinda.
No, all the time. All the time. That's good.
Okay, so
okay.
Brie is funny. Okay, you guys. I guess. Do you want me to start?
Sure.
Okay. I'm Brittany. I'm a little nervous, so just bear with us overall. No.
Oh, okay.
This is not live.
Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. I was just making sure. Okay.
No. I'm Brittany. I'm not gonna give y'all my last name because y'all know who the fuck I am. Other than that, I am currently what's it called, a behavior therapist, but I am right now into mental health field where I kind of just work with a lot of, you can say, autism and behavior kids, but it's more like a therapy space overall. And right now I'm in school for psychology, so I've been trying to just pretty much make my way and kind of learn people through any kind of work job that I can. I really did not expect that I'd be doing this right now, because I didn't really want to be a mental health therapist. I really wanted to be like a teacher and growing up and doing all that, but since I've been working in school places, that dream has derailed. Um, other than that, I live in a small town, pretty much. My grandmother raised me, and I've just been kind of like, I wouldn't say like an outsider child, but since I've like grown up and just watched how my parents have lived, like I was separated kind of from both, but I did see my dad more than I saw my mom. But other than that, I think like excuse me, growing up and watching how things have been portrayed throughout my life is kind of just taking a turn for me to kind of settle my mind into doing something positive and not really surrounding myself with like negativity all the time. It's still there. It's really still there. But overall I've just been kind of just trying to find or just navigate my life outside of the chaos.
Everybody's life is chaos.
I'm trying to get away from the chaos as soon as possible. As soon as possible. I'm really trying to get away from the chaos. I really don't see myself living here for a very long time. But with the career that I really am trying to aim for, um, I'm hoping that I can get to new heights, and I'm hoping that this podcast can really kind of reach new heights as well and reach other people, meet new people, and kind of just get their perspectives on everything as well. All right, I'm gonna let I'm gonna let Bree go.
Oh, you're not done? Okay, I'm just playing. My name is Brianna Jackson. No relation to the famous Jacksons, but I wish. I'm from Chipley, Florida, as well. And I started my education at Gulf Coast with psychology. And also went through psychology at UWF and at Troy finally, where I got my master's. So I got my master's in clinical mental health counseling, and I'm in my last year of internship in order to get licensed in January or February of next year. Period.
Oh.
It's been a very long journey. It's been definitely a lot to deal with and a lot of self discovery because I don't know if I guess if I wasn't really on this journey, I probably wouldn't be as self aware as I am, or just knowing how to deal with people and communicate because I have to talk to people every day. So I feel like with this is definitely a great outlet for me in order to, speak my feelings, my emotions, and also learn as well because we would love to hear your feedback. We would love to see the comments. We would love to see just a lot of feedback about the topics that we talk about, and also even for ourselves to make ourselves better. So I feel like it would be great for me and Brittany to hear that. For me, with family life, I am the only child, which has its pros and cons. Um,
Same.
I feel like I found more so like sibling relationships with my friends, my really good friends. Um, but growing up, I mean, it wasn't bad. Like I always had cousins around and stuff like that. Just in the home, I was just alone. But I've learned to deal with that a lot. And I have a daughter now, so I'm hoping that most of the stuff that I have learned, I can pass on to her to help her through her life because we go through a lot, like every day. Like it's not just the mom role. I was a student, I'm a therapist, so a friend, so it's like a lot of different roles that we play. So I know life gets crazy. So I'm really excited about this. It's gonna
We're
be
all excited.
very excited.
Ecstatic. Ooh, I love everything that you just said. I love Cam too. Oh my gosh, he is such a angel.
My baby.
So I think what we kind of just want to start out doing is pretty much. I know, like the last like couple of weeks, like either been like burnt out, um, it's like tiredness constantly, and then like working constantly. Like when I come from work, because I work two jobs, um, I literally be tired. And a lot of people don't know that about me, that I work two jobs or that I have to come home to um either help out with my niece or just dealing with just the aspects that I'm around constantly all the time. And it
Hmm.
can be really like suffering in a kind of way, but it can also be draining. So
Absolutely.
I try to level out my life or kind of balance. I have a break right now because it's summer and school is not in, so I am very blessed for that. But
Yes. Oof.
thank God. But
Fuck the schools.
I exactly. But it do gets tiring sometimes, and I really just want people to know like you can find a balance. You don't always have to do the same thing like all the time. I know I get overwhelmed and overanalyze thoughts in my head a
Mhm.
lot constantly. Which kind of just stresses me out to a point where I just don't want to do anything at all. And then my body kind of just flows through that state of mind, and then it goes through the week, and then once I get back up and running, then I'm okay again. Um, but I think today, Bree, what do we want to?
I don't know. Now that you got on the topic of being burnt out, I totally understand that
I'm
too.
still a little burnt out.
I feel like the topic that we originally had will also go with in being burnt out because, like she said, like our jobs, especially in mental health, is very hard at times and difficult. Because again, we're learning right along with our clients. Like it's not like we have all the answers, but
Right.
everybody just kind of puts it there. Like, oh my gosh, I go to breathe for mental or all this stuff. Like, especially at the school that I work at, like I'm literally the only one there that deals with that, and it's not just students, it's teachers and everybody else wanting to talk about their stuff.
Yeah.
And so it took me a very long time to learn how to detach from that because you can take on just a lot of different emotions that don't really have anything to do with you. It's just kind of triggering a lot of things that's happening in your life. So just having that feeling every time you come into or after therapy, um, is very nerve wracking, and you're just trying to make sure you're doing everything that you need to do right. When, in essence, like, who's to say that we're doing anything wrong? Like, but it's just the way that we think, and we kind of overwhelm ourselves. On top of that, being a mother, I know for a lot of people is very stressful as well. Dealing with your kids, taking them everywhere, paying for stuff, especially as single mothers, I know it's really hard. Just not really having the support that you need in order to help out with your kids. Um, but work, kids, and even maybe spouses or boyfriends or significant others, however, just have boyfriends.
You did.
I mean, it only really it only really applies to me. But
I'm single, Ingle.
well, no, I don't have one. It's just the other stuff. Um, I'm sorry, we clown all day.
Literally.
But yeah, I mean, it's just a lot. Like you giving yourself out to just a lot of different roles that you have with people, and you're not being able to kind of pour back into yourself. But we really do need to take that time. It's very important. Like nobody should be priority over us. Not even our significant other or kids. Like sometimes individually, we need to take the time out for ourselves in order to
Amen.
love correctly, care, be kind, and just not get aggravated and irritable. Because like when we get there's no coming back, and there's nothing we can solve at that point. So I think the burnt out is definitely very important.
I literally love what you said when we try to take on other people's issues, and
Mhm.
that's really like my biggest one of my biggest thing. Like when I see or
Same.
if I know somebody is coming and talking to me about like them needing help with something or they're just going through some type of issue, I make that my life kind of like I'm like, okay, well, what can I do? Like whoever comes to me,
Mhm.
I'm literally their therapist at that moment in time. So
Yeah.
I'm literally going to help them and I think like that is a big issue. I just feel like even with what Bree said, like detaching from that because I mean you can't help everybody. I think like you can only do the best that you particularly can,
Mhm.
and they have to kind of just fix the issue or the problem themselves. I mean, just I go through things too. I don't expect anybody to like really just fall at my feet and be like I'm here for you all the time because I've kind of just navigated a lot of things independently without even asking somebody for help.
Yes. Yeah.
So, when people are like helpful and stuff like that, it is like to me it's like very shocking because I don't ask nobody for help at all. I'm very independent. So if I'm going through stuff internally or whatever, like I deal with it by myself. So you will not like really ever see me like talk to people about like literally anything that I'm going through or that I have gone through. I still have a hard time even opening up to some of my closest friends about things that have happened because I don't want them to see me as like down, crying, or whatever the case may
Mhm.
be, even though it could have been like a year ago, months ago, whatever the case may be. But I don't want them to feel like my problem is their problem. I don't want to dump my
Absolutely.
trauma, my burdens on them because
Mhm.
they're gonna feel like, okay, well, what can we do? Because they have their own shit going on.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. No,
Okay.
I totally get that. I feel like that's like most people's prerogatives about talking about their issues with other people.
hmm
Whether it be again, of course, I'm not telling my issue to a stranger, but
Right.
I'm just saying, like, even when it comes to people that support us, I mean, it is kind of hard to kind of put that out there. But but us with therapists is needed because we need a therapist, and
I need one. Why you playing?
and like again, we're not exempt. Like even for me, needing a therapist, like I feel like that's another part of our own self care and getting out of being burnt out. But support system is very important. Like I I don't know where I would be without my friends that I've had over years, and even just the new ones that I've made, and just on my journey of self discovery through the years, and just being able to get advice from people, a different perspective, because a lot of people didn't grow up like me. People like, especially for some of my friends, have had a lot of adversity.
hmm
While me, I've come from a home where my parents were separated pretty much all my life, but still was very active. But I mean, I'm coming from friends that never really had their parents around or didn't really have that family unit, and they're telling me things like, you can let that go, or if somebody's not doing something right, you let it go. But it's really hard, especially when you've been around feelings and love and all that stuff. So,
hmm
it's definitely like a balance. It's having to have balance in between who you're telling those things to and how they can help you just based off of the things they've been through. But I think that having a support system is very important when it comes to burnout. Like
Um,
having an outlet, a hobby, something,
I would
anything.
love a good support system. I'm not gonna lie. I
Mhm.
and then to chime off of what Brie had said earlier, and because she was like, her friends have become like her siblings.
Mhm.
So I feel the exact same way. Like the people that I've even like grown up with, um, like Dime, who I've been friends with like for the longest, and I'm currently building a friendship with another person right now, and I'm just navigating on this self journey. I'm learning like
Mhm.
what they've been through because sometimes I feel like I'm the only person who has gone through certain things. So when I get other people's experiences or perspectives, it just changes like it's a whole
Mhm.
new
Change the
dynamic.
view.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so now I'm like, damn, I'm really not the only one. And
No, we're never the only one.
and I don't want to like trauma bond with somebody, but at the
Mm.
same time, like if there's healing there, then I really do like I enjoy that. But having a good support system, it does make me nervous to like build friends who can be a good support system. I just want
Mhm.
them to come from a place of peace and loving and not really like because I'll be so scared to open up because if I trust a person or if I feel like we're growing to trust each other, I just
Mhm.
don't want them to like kind of use that and be like, damn, she got so much motherfucking trauma. And then they go and like just talk to other people about it. And
Right.
so
Mhm.
it's like really hard building a great support system without feeling like you're telling somebody and then on top of that like they're telling other people. So
Mhm. Very much so. I mean, especially in a small town.
they know your business. Everybody know your business.
Yes, everybody knows your business. Like, but it's also good, like you said, like I totally get that. You need to have people that be like, I see you though, at the end of the day. Like, I see you do so much and everything like that. And the time that I may feel like I'm down or just my emotions are all over the place, it does feel good to have somebody say, like, I know
Mm,
you haven't been yourself. I know you haven't been doing the things that you usually do. So what's wrong? Like, what's up? Like, just having somebody to do that, which does not happen often. Just kind of like what Brittany said, like all my friends doing different things, but we try to come together, even if it's just texting, like in our group chat once a week or whatever. I'll even take that. It's just identifying the fact that things have been, kind of rocky or it's been busy, and we need to come together to, make sure everybody is good. Like
um,
doing a wellness check is always good. I
oh
would say with
yeah.
being burnt out.
Um, with like consistency and because I mean, have you ever had consistency from your friends? Um, like when because of course everybody has their own life, but have you ever had like consistency like they check up on you all the time or y'all talk all the time? Because like right now I'm learning that yes, because other people have their lives, I cannot expect them to like pick up the phone every single time
Right.
if I'm going through something. So I'm learning how to not really expect somebody to be there for me that moment in time, and then I just wait like maybe 3 to 5 business days, and then they'll come around and be like, "Hey, so like I am learning like that
Mhm.
everybody doesn't have to be on my time or
Right.
everybody like because the way I am, like if somebody texts me and say, "Hey, they need me," I'm gonna pull up
Right.
or I'm gonna text them right away because
Yeah.
I expect a me out of other people,
Oh,
and
girl.
sometimes like
You
it's
don't
not
find
there.
it.
I can't
Yeah.
do that all the time.
That
So,
is, but that's so true. Like, that
mhm,
is definitely something that I'm working on too, because especially when it comes to relationships that like you kind of know the
mhm,
person around, or they've been in your life for a long time,
mhm,
but also just identifying the relationship that y'all have, because no matter if y'all grown up around each other or whatever like that, that does not mean that person is your like friend.
yeah,
Okay. Like, so that's one thing for me. I've definitely had to look at, like, you can't call everybody your friend, because again,
get into it.
yes, but exactly what you said, like expecting every expecting you out of everybody, like it's definitely not possible. Like, not everybody's going to reciprocate the energy that you have. Not a lot of people have good intentions either, so it's just kind of really
Stay from around me.
exactly, like far away. Just seeing like where you at with a person, like just my example, like I said, with somebody that you've grown up with, I can expect them to do the same. But with my friends, I do see consistency. Like I said, even though we work, we're mothers, we still try to get together when we can. We still text each other in our group chat, just kind of encouraging each other each and every day. And that's so good. Like, I encourage you to get people like that. Like, people that you can do a group chat with, and hey, like, we need to do this and go get coffee or something to go talk about things, and whatever, like
That's so hard to find. Oh my gosh,
yes,
like I was thinking
yes.
about that. Like that is to have a friend group like that is so hard to find. I mean, we both live in a small town, but Like even when I lived in a different city, sometimes it's hard to find those friends who can actually show up in those cases.
Mhm.
Um,
Absolutely.
like I could just text somebody and just be like, because I was so like I think yeah, introverted, and I would not want to do anything at all. But then like it kind of just clicked in my mind like, hey, I do want to like hang out with people, or I do want to kind of experience like the love that people the love and care that people actually want to give towards me.
Right.
So, like having those friends that show up for you, support you, go here, go there, they say you congratulations is very hard to come by.
Right.
So I'm really hoping that like God places those people in my life that actually do want to, because I don't receive that from my family all the time, but I do
Mhm.
hope like that people start to show up for one another.
I
Because
agree.
if I feel like you're this person in my life, then I think I'm going to expect that. But if it doesn't happen, then I can't expect that from you anymore.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. And vice versa. It's even for ourselves. Like just sometimes we just can't, be there at times just dealing with our own stuff. So also we can't put that burden on ourselves to feel like we have to be there for everybody and every emergency that everybody else has is more important than what we have going on too. So that's again, just having friends to have that understanding is it's hard to come by. Like if you have friends like that and they're genuine and they really do care about your feelings and stuff, keep those people around and just again, don't be scared to establish relationships that you feel may be good because I know even later on in life, like with one of my best friends, like we met when we were in college. So it's kind of like you don't never know when God will send you those people, but definitely be open to it because again, as we let go of old things, new things come, new doors open, better things happen. So it's always good to keep that in mind whenever you might have to let things go because it's not being reciprocated or nothing is happening or changing or
Mm,
nobody's compromising. Like, so no, like don't put yourself in a predicament with your support system because of how we overload ourselves with work and things. Don't let that be something that may be a downfall. And it doesn't have to be 10,000 people. It could be literally be like a handful. You know, it does. You don't have to have over that if you don't feel comfortable. But I really do feel like just having that concrete amount of people that at least try will help out a lot. Like, and the others that don't, I mean, like I said, like that's up to them. And if you don't need them around, it's not beneficial, then it is what it is. Like I said, you got to let go in order to for better people to come. It's always good to network, always good to connect. So don't miss out on those opportunities because they will probably be something that will last you a lifetime sometimes.
literally,
So yeah, like you never know.
like I think I was just so stuck on like not really building outside of what I already have. Like if I already established friendships, maybe other like relationships and stuff, I think like I've gotten to a point where I have my tribe.
Hmm.
So therefore, like when new people come into my life and they're just like, oh, I want to, da, 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 and I'm like, I just have my people already, and so it's a wall.
Right.
And so I've had to just even learn in the last year or so, um, and I think one of my friends learned this too, but like just continuously like still be open, because again, like what Bree said, like you really just don't know what could like really give you from this. Like
Hmm.
once you're building, once you're open to new things, like I'm still doing that now. Like I promise you, anything I talk about, I'm still learning. I'm still navigating. And even just now, like I've just built like I don't see my friends all the time, but the ones that I am like currently building, I do try to at least talk to them or check up on them, because I don't want my care or whatever to go unnoticed. So I
Hmm.
just don't want people to get like the wrong idea. But yes, continuously like still be open. Like you really just never know.
Yeah, you
And I
don't.
don't want because anything that I've built, like old friendships or whatever, meeting new people might be like what you need.
Hmm.
Not really staying in the same habitat of friends is like probably what you need. Like
Yeah.
detach, let go, surrender, like let it go.
Right.
Because really, like if you keep doing the same toxic, continuously patterns like all the time,
You won't grow.
yeah. And I think that's what a lot of people are afraid to grow.
Yeah.
I'm like, Y'all are afraid to grow,
But
and
also
that's
nobody
sad.
wants to stay in the same place either. Like especially with us, like with me being almost 30. How old are you, Brittany?
I'll be 27 this year.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. We like after after 25. I would say like after the whole like
I like to say I'm 21.
wish I was still 21. Um, but still, like how they talk about how our brains develop around 25 and after. I mean, I really think that you should be thinking about wanting to grow and level up. Like
Mhm.
I'm like everybody else in their younger 20s making mistakes, but at the same time, I'm not going to do that now. You know, so I feel like for women it's easier because we mature a little bit more faster.
Mhm.
For guys, it may take a while, but still just stay woke. Like if you're watching this, like stay
Say whoa.
woke about
Everything.
yes, about everything. Like women is just important as men when it comes to mental health, and vice versa. So it's just like if you know that you're around people that don't want to grow, or how they say like if you're with five stupid people or something like that, you'll be the sixth or
Mhm.
something. Like, and it's so true.
You can be
Like
like wrong place, wrong time. All that.
right. Like, do you just want to stick in that box, or do you want to go and grow and expand? And,
Yep.
and it's not easy, but it's nothing to be scared of if you want to do better for yourself.
And ask us like if you really want to take like that type of like journey for yourself, please ask, because I will tell
Hmm.
you like it's not easy, but as long as like you're taking the steps to actually recover in a certain kind of way, like
Hmm.
yes, it is very rewarding. Like the
Right.
outcome is very, very rewarding. But yeah, like since I've like I don't know if I talked to you about this, but like since I moved back, like the energy here just I've seen things like that I've grown out of, but I don't want to be around anymore. Like the people I've grown up with in school, or people who I've just worked with or just been around. Some people can be stuck on the same mindset, the same things all the time, and
Yes.
it just I just feel like it just doesn't get old. It does
Hmm.
not get old. Like, do people ever get tired of the same stuff
Yes.
all
So.
the time? Like, you see the same stuff, you deal with the same stuff all the time, and it's so toxic and it's so
Hmm.
negative. And it's just like, but then like people cry for help or act like a victim. So it's like, do y'all want to really actually do better? And some of these things that I've seen, like they have like certain career, they have certain licenses and stuff like that. And I'm
Hmm.
just like, I can't be out here like doing reckless stuff because I could lose anything at any given moment. But a
Right.
lot of people don't move that way.
They don't.
So that's like, to me, if I have friends like that, or if I was put in that kind of energy, I would be scared as fuck. I would not want to be around it. Like I would.
Because
That's
we don't
how
live forever. Like I know they be talking about that YOLO whenever we were younger. I mean, it don't really work like that.
you only live once, yes, but like live your life to the best full ability as you can and be happy with it. Not surrounding
Hmm.
yourself with like stupid shit all the time.
Yep.
Dumb stuff.
I mean, that's true. It's so true. Yeah, like and even like at our age, we see a lot of people that are older that aren't on that mindset either. So it's just like, where do you draw the line with that? Like, what are you trying to do with the rest of your life? Like when you're 40 and 50, but yet you're 35 right now.
Literally.
Like, what are you gonna do?
I still have to like preach certain things to my dad and like really
Hmm.
like get him in the mindset of like, yes, I'm trying to grow, but sometimes like he's learned a certain kind of way of living since he's grown up, and I know my mom has too.
Hmm.
My dad and my mom's sides are like totally different. Like the my mom's side is like more positive and happier, and my dad's side is like the more negative. Like there's barely any good moments over here. But I try to teach him or preach to him like, if this is going on, or if it's like negativity, or if you talk to me a certain kind of way, if you want to move this way, don't add me
Right.
to your stuff.
To that, yeah.
Don't add me in it. Even if
Mm-mm.
like you don't have confirmation from me, don't put me in positions that I cannot like vouch for myself for. Like you're just making decisions for me
For you,
and not
right?
really talking to me about it. So it's definitely a learning curve. I'm still learning, he's still learning. Um, but I can definitely say from like when I was younger, even just till now, like he's still living. So I mean, there's still always going to be room for growth,
Oh
and I
yeah.
feel like I always leave that open for anybody, like forgiveness and all that stuff. um I'm still leaving that room open. It may not take like a day or two or a week or a month, but I'm still leaving room open um for growth for anybody. If you want to take that
Hmm.
that line, that road, then I'm totally open to it. Like I'm totally for
Same
it.
here. Same here. Because it gets kind of really discouraging being in a small town. So I'm definitely really open with connecting with more people that have that type of mindset because we can all help each other. Like she said, like everybody's so caught up on being hush mouth about, how they're moving forward or how they can be successful when, maybe your gift is to tell somebody or to help somebody, but you're missing out on it and it's not going to be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, um, it's good to always just put that out there that you're willing to help other people. And we're all here just trying to make it. And I feel like that people should normalize that a lot more, you know.
It's like people be so scared to see other people do well.
I really don't get that.
I
That's
I
like
don't understand it.
weird. Very weird.
People are so afraid to be happy for your success. Like,
Mhm.
and I feel like that's so scary to me because if you have people around you that uplift you all the time, what makes you think like you can't get to that point as well? Um, what makes you think like you can't get to that point as well? I mean, I can like definitely say like I have been like a jealous person of somebody else's success,
Mhm.
but once like I've like done the work for what I want for myself, I'm like, yo, I can be happy for myself. I can be happy for you, or just
Mhm.
encourage other people to like really get in their bag.
Yeah, cuz
Not
being miserable is sad,
it is.
especially when you're a grown adult. It's very miserable is very sad.
I don't know.
Like you need to definitely do your work. Check
Literally,
yourself, check your emotions before you like again, like you said, just make it all about yourself and about not wanting to see other people do good.
I don't understand that. Like, I'm still trying to understand that. Like, if anything, I don't try to flaunt my success.
Mhm.
I like to say I'm private about everything unless you really like come and talk to me about something. Other than that, I don't flaunt like I have a bachelor's right now or an associate's degree. I don't flaunt any of those things because I'm just like, I don't know what position you're in.
Mhm.
So I don't really want to give that attention. I don't like the
And
attention.
also you don't know what position you'll be in either. But people
Right.
don't think about that. Like before you start going flying off the handle, you need to make sure your stuff is concrete before, again, like you just start sharing stuff and oh I did
Yeah.
this and oh I did that. Like
I don't want to sit there and say, "Hey, I got this," and next thing you know, I didn't get it.
mhm.
So I definitely try to like keep my success like private or just whatever I have going on to myself because I think that's the baby.
Oh.
um, um, I think I just definitely try to keep a lot of stuff uh private. Like, and I think I've always like not even just now because I'm just 26, but anything else that I have going on, like you wouldn't know,
mhm.
um, unless like you call or you text or whatever the case may be. Because some people will be like, "Oh, dang, I really didn't know you were doing school. I didn't know you were like working here. I didn't know you were thinking about doing this." Because like anything I say, because when I actually like give my ideas about something, a negative comment comes after. Like,
Mhm.
why would you want to do that? Like the you know what? Because people are weird when you do certain things because it's probably something that they would never do,
Right.
and then they want to like kind of just be negative about it towards you because it's probably something they wanted to do, but then when you're doing it, like
Mm-mm.
it's so much behind it, so it's like it's hard to share.
Yeah, you can't let them impede on your ideas and your thoughts cuz yeah, nothing good is going to come of that at all.
Hell, I might say I want to go to the moon, and then they probably be like, "Well, I
Oh,
wanted to go to the moon, but I can't really do that shit," you know. So
right. Exactly. Oh yeah.
people are weird. I just want to get that out there. People are weird. I don't like people.
You want to try our last tagline?
Our tagline?
Or you want to well, let's do our wrapping up because it's been about 30 minutes, but we can figure out how we want to wrap up. So how would you like to wrap
Okay,
up? Oh, well, we
so
can do a review.
I'm gonna
Oh
let you do
no.
the review.
Oh, okay. So in review for our episode today, we did our introduction. So again, just to know a little bit about us and what we're trying to do and moving forward with our podcast. Like we definitely want to be able to help other people. And again, we're open to suggestions, like whatever you guys want to talk about and may need advice on. We're definitely open to it. And you all will help us a lot with our topics as well. It's not just what we want to talk about. We're a community, and it's about what helps everybody. Again, and also talked about being burnt out and how that affects us, and talking about having a support system, coping skills, things that you would love to do and haven't done. Please do them in order to help with your self care. Along with the other things, of course, relaxing and stuff like that. But like I said, it's very important for us as counselors to do it. But a lot of jobs are very tedious and require you to have one-on-one contact a lot throughout the day. So, especially with those jobs, I feel like it's very, very, very important to learn how to detach and to help yourself better cope with dealing with others' emotions and things, and as well as your
Hmm.
own. Because again, burnout comes real quick. Vicarious trauma also is another term, definitely comes often as well, where you're getting triggered by other people's emotions. So again, make sure that your emotions are in check in that area. And
If
also,
you need to like take a break from like somebody like that's having a lot of emotions that are triggering you, then like be open to saying like, hey, like give me a minute. Like that was
mhm,
like a lot to deal with.
absolutely, yes. And also, we talked about our roles in life. We shouldn't let that become priority of ourselves and filling ourselves back up in order to give to other people. Because you're number one, and that is in your control. Sometimes you have to have healthy boundaries with people and saying no because you just can't right now. And that's in any aspect of our lives. It's just good to sometimes just say no to help yourself do better with that, with stress management and things. Mhm.
Is that
And I would
all?
say we talked about a little bit about family dynamics, but I think
Yeah.
that's going to be like another episode for another day as
Mhm.
well that we're going to talk about.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, yeah, me too. So I think that's all. I think that's like pretty everything in a nutshell. So,
Anyways, I do thank you guys for watching. Please tune in. I don't know if it'll be like we'll upload an episode weekly,
mhm.
but we'll definitely discuss, and we definitely want feedback. Like we love feedback.
Yes, especially
I'm
with us just starting out too, because
Yeah, it's been like I know we talked about it, and then but our lives are pretty hectic and busy all the time. But just again, like please take our advice if you need any like help with anything. Just please reach out. Please feel free to reach out because I can talk to anyone about what's going on or if you need help or someone like telling you where to go and stuff like that. I'm totally open to that.
yes, us as like professionals, yeah, it's like our job to put that in there because you need to know who you can go to when you need help. So we're two individuals that will help you for sure.
All right, well, we're gonna wrap this up. Trying to figure out what's our tagline again. I think
Oh,
it's
I think
happy
go ahead,
mind, happy life. Happy
girl.
life, happy mind.